Step number 2 of the 7 is choose the best path to wealth. Is it stocks? Is it real estate? Or is it something else? If we just stopped after 1 and 2, if you just know these 2 things, that you don't need to rely on saving money, that your home can create all the wealth you need to become a multi-millionaire. In fact, I have a presentation on how to build an over $10 million net worth without ever saving money, just starting with the home. And 2, that beyond a shadow of a doubt that real estate is the way, that it is absolutely the fastest and safest path to wealth. 65% of the people have a 401k or IRA, and that's what they're locked into because that's what they believe, because that's what everybody has been telling them. But they're wrong. Here's why they're wrong. Is that what I'm about to teach you is no one has taught them as the consumers, nor the real estate agents. And I'm going to elaborate on that as we get into why that's true. This is one of the 2 key reasons why real estate blows away every other asset class when it comes to wealth growth. One is the utility value. Now, here's what that means. If you put money in stocks, what can you use the stock certificates for that you receive? So in this scenario, you put $120,000 in stock. So let's say you get $120,000 of Amazon stock. You can't use these stock certificates for anything. Stocks have no utility value. The certificates are wallpaper maybe. Now let's say it goes up 8% a year. Now I didn't pull that number out of the air. 8% is the average of the stock market as far as its return. But you're renting and paying $3,000 a month in rent. And the rents are going up 4% a year. In 30 years, this 120 grand would have grown by tenfold to $1.2 million. Any financial advisor would be very proud of those numbers, tenfold growth. But the renter, because he can't live in his stocks, has to pay rent. Would have paid over $3,000 a month, over $2 million over 30 years. So the renter is actually going backwards financially every single day, and they don't even know it because stocks have no utility value. Now let's say you take $120,000, same as stocks, which is 20% down on a $600,000 property, and it grows 5% a year. Here's the mortgage payment, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. In 30 years, that property is worth over $2.5 million, double the stock market. You would have paid about half in housing expense that you would as a renter. We got $90,000 for expenses for like rent, for carpet and paint and that. The net gain is $1,322,000 versus a negative $811,000. Here's the point: the utility value is worth over $2 million. So let me repeat that. The utility value, when you own real estate, you have land and a structure, it can be used. That utility value in this scenario is worth over $2 million. Here's the amazing thing. Go take a survey, call up 1,000 real estate agents, call up 1,000 of your friends and say, can you explain to me what the utility value of real estate is? They don't know. I mean, you think I'm pulling weight? I'm telling you, you can Google this. They don't teach this anywhere. I learned this, like I said, with my own money. Now, let's say you own a house and you turn it into a rental. Now you're the homeowner, right? You have this asset. And you're looking at, well, I got money in stocks, I got a 401k, I got a house here. But you're totally ignoring the utility value. You say, you know what? I'm going to sell my utility value. You start collecting the $3,000 a month, bump the rents 4% a year, which frankly is on the low end. $2.5 million. Here's your expenses. But now you created $2 million in income. See, utility value on stocks, there isn't any. $2 million on the utility value. Now we pumped up the expenses. Everything I do is very conservative, and I slap the deck against real estate and in favor of stocks. Because I have a lot of financial advisors that see my presentations. They don't know this stuff, and they're blown away when they see what you're seeing. Because the truth of the matter is, the wealth gap in this scenario, 1,207,000 in stocks, 3 million in real estate. The reality, this number is closer to 4 million. Real estate will outperform stocks by 3.5 to 4 times because of the utility value, and almost nobody knows it. How is that possible?